Should you buy a Harbor Freight trencher? Really, it comes down to how big of a bank account you have for one, and for two, what kind of work you're going to be doing with it. Today we're going to talk about 3 problems that I've had in my first 6 months of owning this, though I don't want y'all to think that I'm absolutely not happy with it, because to be truthful, for the price point, I expected some problems. The motor has been pleasantly surprising on how easy it cranks. I've not cranked this thing in about 3 weeks now, and I kid you not, it's been sitting in the rain. It's not been garage kept. I haven't even had a tarp over it, and it's probably going to fire up on the very first pull. I mean, I've got several things with these Predator motors on them though, and they're just awesome. Watch this. Right out of the gate. So there again, 3 weeks, no crank, very first pull it cranks right up, and that's one of the things I do appreciate about the machine. So let's go ahead and get to the problems. If you watched the previous video, the 3 problems that I'm having, one of which is the bucket. I addressed that in the last video. The thing that upset me the most was this was underneath the 60-day warranty, and I needed a new bucket because it just split in half. Right here, it broke in half from here all the way down. What we did do is, because Harbor Freight took 8 weeks to get it, and I'm sure this thing's coming out of China, I ended up taking the bucket off and taking it to a local machine shop and having it re-welded, just because it cost me about 150 bucks to get it re-welded. But now I got 2 buckets because finally the replacement bucket came in. The reinforcement held here, but what is happening is you can see a crack starting to form here already. It's just subpar material. Shouldn't be shocked at all by that being Chinese. That being said, the hydraulics are incredibly powerful too, and that could be the problem, is the hydraulics are more powerful than the bucket, or just the quality of the steel on the bucket's just trash. I don't know which one it is. Now, you guys that are curious about why these hoses are not ran through here, the answer is, this is the first time I ever put one of these together, so I didn't know, and I haven't busted them back loose yet. I need to do that. I had a lot of people comment on the last video, why aren't your hoses ran through there? Well, I just didn't know any better, guys. Right down here is the second problem that we're gonna address. So all of your hydraulic hoses run through this little bitty ring right here. If you can't tell, the back hose is catching some serious wear on these bolt heads, and it looks like it's loose, but it's not. That's actually fully tight. So I'm looking at figuring out a way to keep these things where they're not going to wear as much. I don't know what to do, honestly. If you guys have any ideas of how to keep these hoses from wearing in half right here, let me know. I know that these hoses aren't incredibly expensive, but it looks like the one that's wearing, of course, is the longest hose, so it would be the most expensive. Last but not least, the very last problem that I'm having with this is right here, and it's where these pins go through to hold the arms in place on the machine. So every time you dig right here with the bucket, you're putting all the pressure on these legs that you have that keep you stabilized. The problem is that it rocks back and forth. These slip right into place. It's actually taking and wallowing the holes out and making them oblong. And I know right now it's not a problem, everything's in place, but eventually I'm very concerned about that being a problem point. So probably what we'll do is we'll come back in and we're gonna weld some thicker steel right here, some square pieces. I'll drill the holes in them. Thankfully, I have a machinist background and work in machine shops every single week, and that's not something that's gonna be an issue. But I would recommend for you guys that are gonna be heavily using this, I would probably do that right away, as mine are already pretty oblong. Now, I've got one more question for you guys that know about these machines. This is a problem that I have. I don't know, I guess this is 4 problems instead of 3, but we're gonna show it to you anyways. There again, this right here is leaking, and I've tightened it up multiple times, but it's actually dripping from the bottom of the canister. You can see on the ground right there a spot. I'm losing hydraulic fluid, and I don't know why. I've got to do a little bit of research. I haven't done it yet. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments below there again. If you guys have any ideas on how to keep this from leaking and how to keep that ring over there from wearing the hydraulic hoses, let me know. Overall, I would buy this thing again, even though I'm having some issues, just because the bang for the buck is absolutely unbeatable. I've got a little Mahindra tractor sitting right over here. I looked at putting a backhoe attachment on it, and it was going to cost twice as much as one of these. And on top of that, what's awesome about this is I can take and connect it right to my four-wheeler and haul it around anywhere I want to, which is also very convenient. So I hope this video is helpful to some of you guys, and I hope maybe y'all can help me and let me know how to fix a couple of these issues that I have. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because we're gonna have more videos with this thing in action. I've got a couple of really cool videos coming up. I'm gonna go back to the Himalayan. I've got some videos that I'm gonna be doing with the Royal Enfield Himalayan. I am gonna do a review on the Emax Mahindra tractor that I have over here soon. And I've got a couple of really cool electric bikes that I have inside of my shop up there that we're gonna be doing some videos on as well. So we'll catch you guys on the next video.